So in this chapter we'll be discussing about public expenditure. So public expenditure means this is expenditure by the government. Okay. So let us take an example. This might be an exaggerated example that doesn't happen in real life, but it will help us understand the concept here. So assume that in India every day, say 1.5 lakh pizzas are sold. Let's assume every day 1.5 lakh pizzas are sold. This is combined of all companies, Domino's, Pizza Hut, everybody put together. Per day, the sales of pizza is 1.5 lakhs. And say you like pizzas a lot, and say you buy every day 50,000 pizzas. A hypothetical example. So you are a very important customer to the pizza industry as a whole, okay? Because every day the total industry, the entire pizza industry is selling 1.5 lakh pizzas, of which you are buying 50,000. So you are buying 33% of the total pizzas. You're such an important customer. With such power, in a way you are controlling the pizza industry, okay? Like suddenly, say for example, you become health conscious and you stop eating pizzas. The industry sales will fall from 1.5 lakhs to 1 lakh. It's not only their sales, okay? To make the pizzas, they need a lot of raw material, okay? So in turn, the pizza companies will be starting to purchase less material. Say they'll buy less flour, less cheese from their vendors, okay? From their raw material suppliers, they'll start buying less flour, less cheese, less vegetables, less oil, okay? So they even consume less electricity for their ovens, okay? So you can see this ripple effect, okay? Now this manufacturers, say, of flour, because they have less demand from the pizza industry, will now start producing less flour. They'll cut down the production, which means they will start purchasing less wheat from the farmers. Similarly, if the pizza's demand falls and they are not using ovens that much, and electricity's consumption is falling, the electricity suppliers will now start to purchase less coal because there is not that much demand, okay? So though in reality pizza industry doesn't affect the entire flour or oil industry, the point here is just one single action of yours had a domino effect, a ripple effect on the entire economy, the various industries, not just on the pizza industry, okay? So if you spend less, everything else got affected. So similarly, the biggest spender in any country is the government. It's not individuals, it's the government, because government also spends money. What does government spend money for? It builds roads, bridges, houses, dams. It spends money on salaries and pensions, gives subsidies to poor on ration shops, the PDS, essential commodities. So government is a big spender of money. Now if government decides to spend less or spend more, it will have a big effect on the whole economy. Say the government decides to build and expand the road infrastructure in the country. It wants to build more highways. It wants to connect till now the areas which are not connected, say the rural areas, with roads. And say this particular road project is costing 1 lakh crores. This is a huge amount. Now this decision will have a lot of impact on the economy, because now steel production will go up because government will have to buy steel for construction. Cement production will go up because government will have to buy concrete for construction. There will be work for laborers, isn't it? Because this is a labor intensive work, road construction. So labor will be recruited for constructing roads. So they will get money. They'll get paid for the work they done, which they will spend on buying various other goods. And say this rural roads are built through a scheme called MNREGA, which we discussed earlier, right? So the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So if these roads are built to that, then the rural population will get employment, and so on. So government spending, which is exactly what is called public expenditure, this will impact the economy in a big way, okay? So this public expenditure will play a very important role in determining the economic activity and levels of income in the economy. So some examples of public expenditure are infrastructure, education. These are all the areas where government spends money. Infrastructure, education, welfare schemes like midday meal scheme, defense expenditure such as modernization of defense equipment or purchase of wartime ships and all. So public expenditure is examples, or all these are examples of public expenditure. And how will government finance this expenditure, public expenditure? From where does government get money for this? Through taxes. We have a separate discussion on taxation. We'll come to that later. So government will meet this expenditure by taxes, public debt, international aid, etc. Okay. So this is what public expenditure means. So in interviews they might ask you, how does government spending impact the economy? So we discuss how it happens and what are some examples of public expenditure.